All right, everyone, we're back. We got Thug Pro. We got Coop. It's gonna be great. We got some bikes after this.
Yeah,
Take it away,
so you guys will have me for about 2 hours. So I hope you like me. If you don't, that's too bad. But anyway, it's just
kind of stuck here, so
yeah, you don't have a choice. This is Thug Pro Goal Attack, Pro Skater 4 levels. Before I start, I'm going to show the tricks I'm using, so I don't have to explain them. Grabs are pretty standard. Shifty, Japan, and Judo all are good for getting special. Flip tricks, I have a created trick, lovingly titled GPG Uwu, mainly just for extra butt slaps. Because there are a couple jumps that I'm not good enough at mashing to get, and that helps me. Special tricks, Indy 900, of course, high scoring, very good. You'll see me a lot. Indy 900 revert spin, same way it works Pro Skater 4. Poly butt manual is good for speed. Brook big spin is just kind of having a special grind. I have all these slots filled out, but I don't use all of them. Semi flip's good for scoring as well. I have the regular 900 in case I mess up the other bind. Most of these aren't that useful. Mix it up's good for points as well, just mixed with the semi flip, and then hot rod for speed as well. So time starts. How it works is
well, hold on, thought before we get to that. We do have a donation that just came in. We got a $25 donation from Mars is Pan.
All right.
We need more girl, and the girl picture incentive for THPS4 has been met.
Nice.
Thank you very much for the donation, Mars. We're at 125. I might have to start getting ready to install Thug 1. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I might as well go ahead and get everything ready on that end.
It's probably a good idea.
Anyways, go ahead.
All right. So time starts when the actual goal attack starts. So when I hit ready, there's an 8-second countdown between that. So I can just do 8 through 1 and then go and hit start on go. That works.
Works for me.
All right, are you ready?
Yep.
Right. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so first thing is zoo. Might be wondering why we're in zoo first and not just starting from college. And it's mainly because Shipyard likes to crash after you do goal attack if you try to change levels. So we're not going to be doing Shipyard until last. And then if you think about the order, you're probably wondering why we're doing zoo instead of London. Because, you know, London comes after Shipyard. But in the listing in this game, London is before Shipyard. So London will instead be second to last as opposed to first.
That's really weird.
Yeah, it's kind of odd. So starting off, every level has... I shouldn't have done that. Yep. Every level has 6 goals aside from Shipyard that has 7. You'll have 2 combo goals, a skate letter goal, and then 3 scoring goals for 400k, 800k, and 1.25 million. It's kind of strange because it's the same points for every level, even though, you know, like in college, you start off with like 40k. And then I don't remember all the scores off the top of my head, so like some of these are just a lot longer, whereas like Chicago and Carnival are actually a little easier. So this is how you're going to see me getting a lot of these higher scores. You're just spamming the Indy 900. That one's pretty quick. On to skate. And this is one strat here. This butt slap. Get off your board with that. Makes this goal a little easier than doing it in Pro Skater 4. There's a couple times where that's going to happen. Because some of these goals are a little bit harder in Pro Skater 4. Oh. Already on to the last goal here in Zoo. Just finishing up this combo. All the skate and combo letters in the same place they are normally in Pro Skater 4. And we're done there. So now we're on to Carnival, which I tend to struggle with, but hopefully it won't be too bad. Now, one other thing that makes this harder for like a full game run is that there are random spawns every time you start a goal attack, like how it is for every multiplayer mode. Alright, that's not too bad. So how I have it in my head is like I have kind of a more ideal route that I'd like to go on if I get a good enough spawn. But then if I don't, then I just kind of have to work around it. The thing with Zoo is that Zoo, you can kind of work the goals in a cycle because all of them kind of lead to each other. Carnival doesn't really have that as well. Same thing with basically every level. College is the only other one that can kind of run them on a loop. Another instance, just getting off the board there. Run these two combos back to back because they lead to each other. Here's where you'll really start to see me spam Hot Rod. And then before, like normally Skate is up there, but since we have these other two score goals, we're going to do those first. And for some reason on Carnival, every score goal, when you go to spawn in, like if you're doing the inputs for a trick, when you start the goal, then you'll bail. So I try to make sure I'm not doing that, because, you know, that's slow. Then, you know, a lot of these combos really aren't too bad. It's just kind of a lot of points off the rip, but overall they're not terrible. It's just getting those points. Or here, K. Hit the out of bounds on the hill. That was found by Finesse. Spawn closer to this A. I don't know if it's the same in Pro Skater 4, but it works in this game. I missed that T. And hopefully I can hit this butt slap over the E. I got it. Alright. That sometimes can be a little harder than it looks. On to Chicago. And this is one that I hope I don't spawn over in this area, because the main thing with like how the routing went in this is that you have to go off of where the levels and the goals will actually lead you. So, you know, if you're doing a combo goal and it leads you to another one, then obviously you'll want to do that first. But the problem is with the fact that the spawns are random, you don't always get that luxury. So like right there, I decided to come over and do 400k first. I did a boost plant to get up here because it's a little faster. Ideally, I would have started near the top there, but had to kind of work with it. Boost plants are used a couple times, namely there, and there's one in London.
We have another donation.
Yeah, go ahead.
We have a $15 donation from a certain guy by the name of Hecky. Tackle points to the moon.
Yeah.
Which is $140. Yeah, I need to get Thug Pro installed. Unfortunate.
Yeah. Alright. I'm going to try this strat here. It's kind of risky, but I'm going to go for it. And I completely missed it. What I was trying to do there was air shuffle. I will show that off in a second. Basically, if you're in the air, you get off board and then do boneless input, then you'll do the boneless in the air. And then, like this, you just spam get off board, and then boneless, you can go. That one's a little riskier because I still had the combo letters, and if I didn't get like if I bailed that, then I would have had to do that goal again. And then instead of getting the T after this, we're gonna get the E. Chicago doesn't have 3 traditional scoring goals; it only has 2, and then the 800k goal is gonna be the normal 100 points or 100k on the ledge. So I have to line up that because I'm kind of rough. Got that, and now we're going to move over here. Basically the same way it works at 80%. And we're going to go to the last combo goal, which is another one that's much easier in this game as opposed to Pro Skater 4. Because you can get off the board. Like that O is kind of hard to get and keep moving, at least for me. And we're almost done with Chicago already. These levels on their own all move pretty quick, but altogether they end up being a little longer. And now we're on to college, which was the first level I tried routing. That's kind of when I realized these levels, at least this level, kind of goes in a cycle. But we'll see where we get. Alright, this is okay. Not great. There's always kind of like a few spawns that you don't want to get, just because they're not... Can I get up here, please? Thank you. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm gonna get it this time. There we go. That jump shouldn't be that hard. Normally I would go here after doing skate, but just since I spawned over here, I'm doing these goals first. This is where you're gonna see more Indy 900s and semi-flips. I try to at least fit a semi-flip in between these ramps here, just so I can get a few extra points. One thing I forgot to mention that you probably have noticed by now is that my score is already calculated. It doesn't have the multiplier on it. That's an option in Thug Pro, and I use it just because it's easier, so I don't have to try to do all the math in my head while I'm running. Just having it all set up makes it easy. We're finishing up this combo goal. Skate's right down there, but we have to loop back over to the front of the level. and do 400k in the other combo goal. This one's really easy. And you can see just how many points you actually get off Indy 900s and stuff. Almost didn't have enough points there, but worked out. We get this, come over and start skate. And then skate pretty much follows the same route as any percent. A lot of these goals just kind of go the same way they do in any percent on Pro Skater 4. It's just sometimes you have to go a little bit different of a direction since you're not going to the normal goal that you'd go to. I get off the board because I never make it over the wall there. Pull this up here. Get the E, and then normally I would just go get the T and then go up to where I started. But that's college done. On to San Francisco. San Francisco will have another air shuffle, kind of like how I was trying to do at the end of Chicago. But it's easier to hit because I can end the combo. It's kind of the most annoying part is, okay, this spawn is not great. And I don't get to do the air shuffle either. Or I can, it's just not going to be how I normally do it. You know, between waiting for 8 seconds between every goal attack to start, and then also kind of getting some rough spawns. The category is very reset heavy, but that's something you have to deal with in a marathon, and I don't mind it. I also have not played this much recently as I should have. Well, what?
We just hit the $150 goal for this marathon already. Holy fuck.
Nice.
Oh, we got a $10 donation from Peaceful Jarl. Can't even speak. When are we doing Thug 1 too easy? Cheats percent 0 stat. I've seen Andy play through the 0 stat and it looked like hell. I don't know if I want to subject myself that far.
Yeah.
But yeah, we hit the goal. Awesome. Thank you guys so very much. That's really, really awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, no.
I guess I can probably say what the next stretch goal is now. I'm going to put that up. So, that's the initial goal. Now, next one will be 250. If we get 250, next year is going to be the second relay race. And I actually know how to do it now. So, if we get that, then I'll start putting that together for next year. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
I don't know what the stretch goal is after that, so don't ask.
We'll figure it out.
I just have question mark.
I just realized I went completely out of order on these goals, so now I need to go back. Normally I would have done that to go over to skate, but I kind of got a little jumbled in my head. One thing you might notice as well, I forgot to mention, if you start a skate or combo goal, you'll still have your special meter full, so you can just start off with like hot rod, or you'll already have like better speed than normal, which is just kind of, it's not that much help considering you'll get special pretty quick, but it's nice. Now on to Alcatraz, which is, Alcatraz can be kind of rough depending on where you spawn at. There's only really, like, it's kind of weird how it's split. There's like one goal where I'm at, and then there's two in the middle, and then 3 kind of on the other side. This is actually where I want to be. And then, like, normally I think this goal is like 100k, but because it's the same for everything, it's 800k here. I'm gonna be using these little rooftops here, like the these kickers, so I can get more points off the Indy 900s. Because you spin it more without actually inputting another trick, get more out of it, which is helpful. Getting a little wild with this combo. Try to keep it pretty simple, but okay, that's I don't know how I saved that, but somehow I did. Now we get skate. Normally, in any percent, you'll see people just jump in the water, but I just end up going back since you don't have to worry about it, and it's faster since you can get off your board. Okay, I've never wall-ridden there in my life, but first time for everything. Got skate, now we're going to come back and do combo for the warden, or who would be the warden. It's all the same guy. Yeah, there's always a first for everything in a marathon, I've realized. Between this one and then last time when I did a triple butt slap up to the roof in Santa Monica. But, 400k is very easy here. having those ramps right there is very helpful. Finishing up here. Now, one thing that I will point out, since it's kind of noticeable, but it's not something you think about too much. On the scoring goals and the combo goals, you have to actually end your combo for the goal to end, but on skate, you don't have to. Once you get the last letter, then the goal's done. So the ideal situation would be being able to do skate at the end of everything, just so you could not have to worry about landing, save like an extra second every time, but that just doesn't really work out. And I spawned right next to skate here. Kona seems to only have 2 spawn points, and they're both right there. I've only spawned up there, which... There's another goal up there, but we'll be back over here in a minute. Kona is probably the level that needs the most routing work. I've tried to think of something to make it faster, but the main problem is the goal that you saw over in the corner there. There's no real easy way to get over there. Nothing actually leads that way. You just kind of have to do it during a score goal, which is what you'll see me do. I'm actually going to do both score goals at the same time. Or back-to-back, not at the same time. It doesn't help that much, but the way I see it is I can do 1.25 on the way. Almost missed that ramp. Usually it's pretty easy to get your score over there, but I missed that ramp, so I'm going to have to do a little bit extra. This is where 180 semi-flips and mix-it-up come in handy. Again, having special, I can use hot rod off the bat. Be able to go over and get the next combo goal started, which is up near the top of the snake run. Actually, no, we're doing score first. I forgot. I had routed it the other way, but I realized it's not that helpful to actually do combo first, even though it does kind of lead back over there. This one, again, 400k is very easy. And now combo, which this one's kind of hard in Pro Skater 4, at least for me, because it's the red goal combo, and Pro Skater 4 and I are not very compatible. But thankfully in Thug Pro it's much easier. I deserve that. I deserve that for saying that this goal is easier in Thug Pro. Alright, I'll get it this time. I fail once, but I'll never fail twice in a row. And now on to London, which should have been first, but you know, this game doesn't make sense. Now London, if I spawn on the other side of the map, then that is worst case scenario for this level. And since I said it, I probably will. I will see. Actually, no, that's okay. Alright, so there's a goal over there for 1.25 million. And there are 2 goals that lead to it. But the problem is, if you spawn over there, you know, you're going to want to start with it first. And you know, it's not very helpful to start over here first. Since, you know, if you get both those other goals, you'll have to go back for them. I meant to do a hot rod there. The issue with playing stick, sometimes I feel like I just completely miss my inputs, but I'm too stubborn to switch to D-pads. So.
Same.
Yeah. Thankfully we have more than enough points here, and we'll do 400k. I didn't need to go up here. I haven't actually played this category in a little while, so I've kind of forgotten like how many points I need for everything and like where I can get them all at, but yeah, sometimes if I need like a more specific input, I'll do D-pad, but for the most part, I just play with stick. 800k here. Sometimes that boneless doesn't like to come out. I don't know why. It seems to have the same issue as like Get Laid in Hawaii. Fortunately, the Thug 1 levels that are in this game, no goal attack. I kind of wish there was. I wish more levels had goal attack. Whether it was implementing, like, you know, levels from the other games, because there are levels from all the different games, but not all of them are in this game yet. I'm gonna go for this boost plant here. If I get it, it looks nice. Oh, man. I'm doing it again. I have time. There we go. Second try's not bad on that. And it seems a little more consistent than just going over, like trying to jump over it. But with that, we're on to our last level. Shipyard. Last level also happens to be the longest, like I said. 7 goals here. because there's the red goal combo. Three combos, 3 scores, and 1 skate. This is kind of confusing because it has both of those combo goals right there, and sometimes I'll hit the wrong NPC and I want to do the other one. Thankfully, you can just start at another one. And something else I've completely negated to mention because I forgot about it. You can start the goal. I'm using an Xbox controller, so like the normal start goal button's B, but you can hit X to quick start, and it saves you like maybe a second for each one, just because it takes a little while for their text box to go away. I don't have enough points. All good. I'm a professional. Now we do the hardest combo first, which is actually not that hard. None of these combos on Shipyard are terribly difficult, especially with Thug Pro controls. And the only thing is if you bonk your head there, you might fail, which is kind of annoying. We're here, get this combo. Go for our 800k here. Thankfully, this area has these ramps like on the side of the tracks, so you can use those to get more points. If I would stop grinding, that would be great. That's more than enough. That's good. And we're gonna do 1.25 here. Skate will take you right there at the end of it, but it seems a little slow because you have to hit the jump a certain way. And then we're going to be using these ramps again. Get almost enough. Now on our last goal, so time will be coming up in just a little bit. And it's weird doing this goal because I never do it. Because Pro Skater 4 speedruns do 14 of the 16 goals in Shipyard, and this isn't one of them, strangely enough. I had to kind of learn this one, because I didn't actually know where it was. Alright, and time.
1949.
Alright, I can live with that. So, record is 1808. But I got that when I was like hardcore grinding this category, so I can sub 20 I'm okay with.
GG's.
Yep.
Anything you want to say? You're just gonna have it for after bike game.
I'll save it for after MTX.
Okay. We're gonna give a small break, everyone. Go get a drink. This is gonna be a long one coming in. We got a bike game and a Tony Hawk marathon. MTX Motor Tracks is coming up right after this. Hour and a half. So, and Coop is sticking around. I am too. So yeah, we'll be back in a moment.